What's up? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a fantastic freaking weekend. Well, what's left of it, anyways. I almost forgot about the live stream. Almost. Hold on. Hold up. Hey. Yeah, well, whatever. We're just gonna deal with it. How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm a little scruffy. I know. I feel it. I know. It's because I've been running my hiney off and dealing with snow. Well, not so much snow, but ice. And it sucks. It sucks so bad. Oh, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having an awesome weekend. What's left of it? Anyways, I don't know. Whatever. Um, I can tell you all right here, right now. Shut your face, Mr. Tim. Shut your face. Uh, I have a surprise for all of you. It's gonna take a couple months, but I have a surprise for you guys. So I have a question. Um, so I left. I left. I left Minnesota on Thursday. Went down to Texas, unloaded, reloaded. Went back up to Missouri, unloaded. Now I'm in Arkansas, reloading. Trying to. I don't think my unload back in Minnesota is going to happen. No, you don't. You just shut up. Just shut up. um, but so yeah, how do I put this without sounding like I'm trying to throw somebody underneath the bus? Um, I'm not throwing anybody underneath the bus. That's not what. That's not. But y'all know what time of year it is, right? Um, the last couple months when I come out, I pretty much run. I mean, you know, I have little to no time for anything. Which I like. You know, I mean, I like the consistent go 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 go. But like I said, I have little to no time for nothing else. That's truck washes. Mr. NASCAR 9012. How you doing? How you doing? Um, so yeah, that's no time for sitting and eating. No time for, you know, I don't know. I'll let you know. No, I'm good. I'm good. We're in Arkansas. We're in Northwest Arkansas. Mr. Aaron, how you doing? How you doing? Um, but yeah, I'm in Northwest Arkansas. Well, I'm not getting loaded. Yeah, Happy New Year to you guys too. Um, Although the week that I've had so far, I kind of wish I was loaded. Holy crap! I do you know what is going on 16th of January? No, but tell me, and then we'll all know. Ow, fucking what the hell? Ow! Something is poking me where it's not supposed to be poking. Did you tell me? Did you tell me? Huh? You ain't told me yet. It's your birthday. Shut up. It's not your birthday. What is today? Today's the 12th, right? Yeah. Wait, what? Wow. So how, well, okay. Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna ask, how old you'll be. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine. If you're below 16, nobody needs to know. All right? Because with this whole new COPA thing and everybody all up in the air about it, I don't know. We don't. All right. 23. Okay, you're safe. 23. Oh, to be young again. To be young again. Jesus, 23. Fuck, I'm old. Because come June, I'll be 43. Ugh. Even though I look like I'm 73 now. And I feel like I'm 83, 93, 103. Hell, I don't, whatever, something 3. Hell, you can put 3 digits in front of the 3. That's how old I feel. I wonder if I'm going to get asked to not record or live stream. No. You shush your face, Mr. Stephen Grandfather Pa. He's not my grandpa. But he is the oldest guy that we deal with on a weekly basis. No, I'm 42. 42. 42. I wonder if I'm going to get asked to stop recording. It's not like they can see anything anyways, right? 38. To be young again. No, you're not that far behind me. Nope. Once Bob gets in here, then the whole stream's just going to go, like, freaking right to the gutter. Once Bob gets in here. Damn, Tim's already in here. Good Lord. I got your CDL in 2002. I got mine in, well, it was the 3rd week in June of 1996. Mr. Larry, how you doing? From Minnesota. Minnesota, eh? That's where I'm from. You probably already knew that, though. And I'm heading that way sometime tonight or in the morning. I don't know. Whenever the place I'm here decides to get my trailer from basically behind you guys to basically behind me. And then back to behind you guys. Oh, shush your face, Larry. If Bob was in, is going to kill the stream. No. No, NASCAR. Bob's cool. All right. He's the reason why I made the new T-shirt. If you guys, again, I plug it, whatever, but the merch store, go check it out. But he's the pole dancer. I know NASCAR, I know. But but no, Bob's the pole dancer. So when Bob comes into the stream, everything kind of goes quadruple X. Let's just put it that way. Family has a small farm in Arkansas. I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry for that. Actually, guys, Arkansas, nothing against Arkansas. I do like Arkansas. But the how did they do video? that was here in Arkansas. So every time I come to Arkansas, I feel like I have to kind of like sneak in and then sneak out after that video. And because if you guys have not watched it, go back and watch it. It's Newton, Arkansas. So just basically go to the video category and then in the little search bar, like it should be like right about here. Just put in Newton, Arkansas, and it should pop up. But there was a dude, he was pissed. And it's just like, I think there was like 2 or 3 of them. And it's like, I'm just giving you my honest opinion about this place. It's like, I'm not attacking your family, for Christ's sake. Oh yeah. And the worst part about it is Arkansas is one of the most broke states. That doesn't make any sense. It's one of the brokest states in pretty much the country. And Not in debt wise. It's just it doesn't have a lot of income, because it's basically a farming community, and so a lot of people live. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. But a lot of people in Arkansas live below, quote unquote, the economy average. So I mean, I understand why they get, they're protective. Oh, Jesus, here it goes. Yeah. There goes the stream, everybody. Good night. It's been fun. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, Bob? Um, Bob, since you showed up late to the party, I have a surprise. Good news. The city of Mankato has approved permits for an extra large, whoa, truck stop with expanded parking near Walmart DC Center, likely a quick trip. Shut the front door. Yeah, actually, I don't live far from Mankato. Well, I live far from Mankato, but I don't live far from. I live closer to Mankato than I do the cities. All right. But that is the one thing that town needed badly, like insanely bad, was a big truck stop. Mr. Day, okay, that's it. I'm going home. Now we got the old Dave, we've got the Bob, we've got the Steven, we've got the Tim, we've got the NASCAR, we got the Larry. Who else do we have? Hold on. See ya, thanks. We got the Aaron. I already said Larry, I already said NASCAR, I already said Tim, I already said Steven. Y'all just hold on. I'm going back. I'm going to make sure I call everybody out. And then there's Tim. Again, hashtag blame Tim. How's Mr. Dave? But yeah, Mankato has desperately, like for many years, needed a good truck stop because the Quick Trip now and then the BP across the highway sucks. I would rather go to the BP, but it's only got room for like 5 truck parking spots. So, but then you got to go to the Quick Trip and you got to do all sorts of weird angling and getting stuck because there's 700 trucks waiting to get into 2 freaking fuel islands that you can't pull forward in, because if you pull forward, it'll shut the whole place down. And then when you come out, it sucks. So yeah, hopefully it's good because they need it like bad. They should just rip down. Was it Gander? Is it Gander Mountain? Mom and Pop truck. The BP is more like a mom and pop truck stop. It's on the north side of Highway 14, right off 60 or 169, whatever the hell you want to call it. That was more like a mom and pop place. There's not a lot of mom and pop places left. Pretty much anywhere in Minnesota. Yeah, pretty much anywhere in Minnesota. There's a couple up by Fergus. There's one up by Fergus. Oh yeah. And Larry, I knew they would. I worked at one in Orlando. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Well, that would be considered a mom and pop place. Yeah, there's just not many left. That's why I like Casey's. Larry, you'll know. Anybody that runs up in the Midwest, they are. Yeah, they really are, Dave. That's why I was so disappointed with this one in Newton, Kansas, because it's still a mom and pop place, but there's just nothing to it. But yeah, the whole mom and pop places, they're dying. Are they in Indiana? They might be in Indiana. But yeah, Casey's, I consider, even though Casey's is it's a huge corporation, right? It's huge. But you go to any Casey's place, and I think have I done a review, or how did they do episode on it? I think I might have done one. No, I did it on Quick Trip. Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I have done a review, or how did they do episode on it? I think I might have done one. No, I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Quick Trip. 'Cause I think I did it on Yeah, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. um, but yeah, no, yeah, Mankato needs, they need a truck stop. I mean, bad, bad. Well, and that's kind of, well, oh, by the way, you know that piece of property that I was going to buy? Well, I think it got sold. I think. I don't know. I can't see the sign anymore. It's only 2 miles to the pallet yard. Oh, hell, it can, a lot can happen in 150 feet. But yeah, the piece of property that I was gonna buy sold. Um, but, ow. Um, oh, I have such a big surprise. So I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. So Bob, stop asking. Um, but man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. You don't even know what piece of property I'm talking about, Bob. Gosh. Some people. Did you buy it? Or you just BSing me? You're just BSing me. Shut up. Yeah. Well, of course you know, because you were there during the live stream when I pulled in there. And that's kind of why I wanted to buy that corner lot. Is not only would I have room to park my stuff there, um, I could open it up to kind of people that are driving by. And yes, they did. Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. They should just mow down Gander Mountain and just freaking put up a fuel stop there. But with that stupid roundabout, well, both of them right back to back. Did you? Okay, Larry. Obviously, you're from the Cato area. Have you been to New Ulm yet? Have you gone to Germantown? Okay, okay, okay. Time to blow my lid. All right, the blood pressure is it's up. All right. uh, Brown County, Brown County, y'all some of the dumbest. You're just stupid. You're stupid. All right. You got a 6% downgrade. Okay, for Highway 15. For years and years and years. About once a year, a truck flips over because they're trying to make a left turn onto Highway 14 at the bottom of this hill. For years. No. We're not going to put a bridge in. We're not going to put an exit ramp in. We're not going to do an over clover thing in the G. No. Now, all of a sudden, they put a bridge in. Exit ramp. Smart. Till you get to the bottom of the exit ramp. There's a fucking roundabout at the bottom of the exit ramp. And the exit ramp's more steep than the freaking hill is. Are you stupid? Are you that damn dumb? Are you drinking the river water or something? You know the Minnesota River and the Cottonwood River are the two most polluted rivers in Minnesota. Why are you drinking the water? You freaking round-headed motherfuckers. God, pull your head out of your asses. New Ulm it's a trucking town. That's the only business that goes in and out of that fucking town is trucks. And you just put two roundabouts at the bottom of the biggest hill in your city. Oh, God. You are the dumbest people. Oh, my God. I know, Dave. But God dang, and then Sleepy Eye. Who, in their right mind, on your city council, who thought it would be a good idea to put a roundabout 7 miles out of town in the middle of nowhere? There's already jumps over it because it's not well lit. because the neighbor complains about all the truck traffic. Like a roundabout's gonna make a difference? You stupid. Wait until the 15. Oh, I know. I know. I know. And the worst part about it is the county garage is right there at the bottom of the hill. And the hill is the worst road ever kept in the wintertime. You can go across the new bridges. Great job on the new bridges, by the way. Great job. You frickin' roundheads. You got a roundabout for Front Street. Nobody goes on and off Front Street. Why did you have to spend millions of dollars on putting a roundabout for a road that nobody uses? Welcome to government. Yes, there is. Decoration? No, well, maybe. I don't know. But this whole roundabout thing is just, it's getting out of control. I want every government official, which is never going to happen because they're going to get dirty. I want every government official to get behind one of these big things, right? Not even with a trailer. Just drive it bobtail. Just drive a bobtail and see how much of a pain in the butt these stupid roundabouts are. Dang. Yeah, literally, Larry, they are. Mr. Kevin, how you doing? How you doing? No, Bob, yes, they are. And let me tell you something, guys. Listen, I understand roundabouts. And yes, they are a good tool. But the tools that are driving the cars have to know how to use the roundabouts. And most people can't even read pictures anymore with that little triangle thing. You know, that little triangle. It's called a yield sign. They don't even know what the hell that means anymore. So the roundabouts don't freaking work. Larry can tell you. If he's from the Cato area, which I'm assuming he is, he can go up on Madison Avenue and see how long he has to sit just to go straight through that stupid roundabout on Madison Avenue. Ugh. I'm doing good, but oh no. Wait. Oh, he passed away on New Year's? Oh, man. But, Kevin, trust me. I've been there, right? I've been there. And it's going to hurt, all right? It's going to hurt. But just keep in mind, you know, with the medical history that your grandfather had, he's in a better place. I know that doesn't make sense and it doesn't feel like right now, but dude, I'm sorry. Roundabouts are, well, exactly. And then it's the whole herd of them go. It's not one by one. It's no, 10 of them. And it doesn't get easy. It doesn't get easy, Kevin. It does not get easy. You just learn to live with it, right? Because if you had the same connection that I had with my grandfather, it doesn't get easy. You just learn to live with it, right? So, you know, it's I'm there with you, brother. But anyways, so let's try to cheer Kevin up. Let's get my blood pressure to come back down. Oh, you still dealing with your grandfather? Yeah, did I ever tell you? So my grandfather has been gone for 4 years now. I think in November it was 4 years, and I wrote a poem, or I don't know if it was a poem, but oh yeah. Good people always go up. They never go down. But this is cool. This it's not cool, but it's kind of cool at the same time. So my grandfather was 90. Oh, did he? My grandfather was 94, I believe, when he passed away. His because it was only him and his brother left. So Uncle Herman, and then my grandfather. And um, the funny thing is my grandfather passed away at 3 a.m. in the morning, right? 3 a.m. This is where the kind of the weird but yet cool part comes into play, it's no big deal for anybody else, but for me, it kind of, because it's my family, but it kind of reinsured my faith, which, we don't talk about faith on the channel. We won't talk about faith on the channel, just like politics. We're not going to talk about religion and politics, period. That's it. We're not going to do it. But it kind of like made my faith feel good, right? I'm not a church goer, but I'm spiritual, right? I believe that there's a higher power. I believe what I believe, and you guys can believe what you believe. But so my grandfather passed away at 3 a.m. It was like 3:03 or something like that. Literally an hour later, his brother passed away. Now, the dynamic between my grandfather and his brother was, yes, Uncle Herman was always a year older, or like 2 years older, I believe. But my grandfather was the kind of like the take charge, right? So Uncle Herman always kind of followed my grandfather around when they were younger, and even up until they were, elderly. So my grandfather kind of, and the funny thing is everybody kind of, okay, how do I say this without sounding like stupid? Everybody in the family knows, obviously, I know it's kind of hard for me to relay it to you guys, but everybody in my family knows that my grandfather went because there was nothing wrong with him. Other than he was old and had dementia, there was nothing wrong, right? There was absolutely no reason for him to pass away. So, but he was Uncle Herman's leader, right? He and Uncle Herman was sick, like deathly sick. He wasn't doing very well, and so it's like my grandfather passed to bring Uncle Herman home. So it's just cool. Holidays are tough to lose a person on. I lost a brother, Tom, 50 years ago. 50 years ago? Larry, am I reading that right? I lost brother Tom 50 years ago, just after Christmas. Oh, okay, 1969. I guess you are. Vietnam, he served 3 years in combat. Oh, okay. So your brother was a Vietnam, was it MIA? Not POW. Is it POW or MIA? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to butcher it, but Time Magazine 1951 War as Hell cover that issue is an uncle of mine getting shot in the face. Oh shit! Damn. Wow. You guys are more interesting than me. Why the hell aren't you on YouTube? Shit. Is it KIA? Okay. Yeah, because MIA is missing in action. POW is what does POW say? Oh my god, I should know this. Prisoner of war. Okay, we're getting it together, slowly but surely. We're getting it together. So KIA. Okay. Too late, Mr. Aaron. You're too late, son. Well, and the funny thing is like, how like Uncle Poopsie. I mean, you guys know Uncle Poopsie from the channel. Even though he hasn't been on very much, but you hear me talk about him all the time. He's Vietnam vet, and some of the stories that I've heard, like my grandfather was Korea, his brother was Korea, Uncle Poopsie was Vietnam. My sister's ex, but baby daddy, is Afghanistan. I would have been Iraq. Um, I would have been Iraq. God, there's so many people in my family. My stepdad, I don't think he was ever deployed. I don't think he was ever deployed. Um, my mom's oldest brother, I think, was Vietnam. Yeah, there's a lot. It's crazy. And now with all this crap going on now, I mean, welcome to World War III, by the way. Are you having problems, dude? What is the deal, man? Um, so here's the funny thing. I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but I actually tried to enlist. Um, I wanted to go become a Navy person, right? And not just a normal Navy. I wanted to be a rescue diver. And if you know what a rescue diver is, or I think it's still called a rescue diver. I'm not 100% sure. Um, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. A lot of the vets from the Vietnam are, I mean, they're heavy. Well, they are or were heavy drug users. Um, but then again, that also comes with what they had to deal with. So I mean, um, but yeah. So I wanted to become a Navy person, right? I wanted to be a rescue diver, and I don't know if it's still the same or not. But the rescue diver is basically the aircraft. It's the Coast Guard for the military, right? All branches of the military, and you get to jump out of helicopters. You get to go swim in the ocean. You get to go save people. You get to, you jump off ships. I mean, a lot of cool stuff, right? Well, with some of my injuries and these, I couldn't do it. So I made it all the way to San Diego. I was gonna go start boot camp and or boot. I forget what the Navy call. I don't even know what the hell the Navy. When it comes to military stuff, people listen. I am the dumbest person on the planet. All right. I'm just gonna be open and honest with you guys. When it comes to military stuff, I am so damn dumb. It makes freaking Forrest Gump look smart. Okay. Well, and Forrest Gump actually was smart, but that doesn't. Whatever. Um, but I made it all the way to San Diego. My dad entered Marine Division. Was a NAM when JFK. Oh, okay. So the early part of Vietnam. But you guys are gonna laugh at this. So I mean, you know me, right? I'm a smartass. That's what I'm good at, right? Driving truck, talking, and are you seriously having? What is the deal, dude? Is this your first time hooking up a trailer? What the fuck, man? Um, but so 18 years old, right? Just got basically put back together, everything like that, and was shipped off to, and this was literally like from when I graduated to when I started driving truck, it was in there. It wasn't long. It was only like 3 weeks. So I was going to go into the military, and I made it all the way to San Diego. Well, I get to San Diego, and that was still when they were still basic training in San Diego. And now I think it's somewhere else. There's like a couple different places or something. I don't even. One on the East Coast, one on, I don't know, whatever. But got off the bus, and this big, I mean, blam. This dude, he was eating elephants for breakfast. He was huge. He was one of the most angriest black men I have ever seen in my life. And ain't nobody gonna call him out on his shit. because he had the elephant asses for biceps to prove it. That ain't nobody gonna say shit to this man. And I mean, he's instantly just yelling at us, and it's like I'm sitting there in my head going, "Shit, man, we just got here. What the hell?" I didn't say anything. I mean, I'm dumb. I ain't that dumb. Because when there's an angry black man that could look at you the wrong way and break you in half, yeah, you let him be angry. And so, I mean, his paw. Oh my God, I have fairly large hands. I mean, he can literally. What is it? The claw? The WWF wrestler, the claw dude. He no, you would have to have like the moon size of a head, because I mean, well, there you go. But I mean, this dude. I mean, he was. Okay, I was gonna say something, but anyways, yeah. I mean, you had to have a head this big for him to do the claw thing. Um, yeah, that's it. Byron Von Roskowski or whatever the hell it is. No, not the Big Show. The Big Show has big hands too. Don't get Andre the Giant and the Big Show. Oh, but oh yeah, oh yeah. But this dude, I mean, he was yelling at everybody. We just got off the damn bus, and he's screaming, and I'm like, okay. So, and he went, you, and he put like right at me, and then he went, you, and he pointed at the dude next to me, and he went, you, and he pointed at the guy way over on the right, well, my right, and it was like, he goes, you guys get your asses over here right now, and I'm like, do I have to? I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Again, I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. Well, just wait. So, if you ever wanted to see a glow-in-the-dark puppy, white, I glow in the dark. It's okay. I admit it. Hell, I even glow in the dark during the day. But if I had a tail, it would have been like wrapped around and stuck in my mouth between my legs. Because I was peeing myself. Don't joke. I was peeing. I really wasn't peeing myself, but I almost peed myself. And so we kind of go walking over to him, and he's like, stay here. And it's like, oh, woof. I literally was waiting for a bone, a treat, a dog collar, something. I mean, god dang. And all of a sudden we turn around and everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. Everybody. And the next thing he was like, I don't know, every step that he took was like a freaking earthquake. You could hear him. You could hear, and I don't even think you could hear him. You could feel him through your feet, which led you to hear him coming up behind you. And he had that like breathing because he was trying to be pissed. You could, and he got right. It gives me chills even to that. But he got right behind me, and he goes, "Oh, what the hell did he say?" It was something along the lines, Are you a tough guy? And I kind of went like this, and I'm like, maybe. And I went, wait a minute, what kind of stupid question is that? And I turned around, and he literally, this is how I know how big his hands are. He has big hands. He grabbed the back. His fingers were touching my nose. Okay. His fingers wrapped around. I mean, his thumb was he fish hooked me. All right. He from the back of my head. And he went, don't you look at me. And I went, okay. I didn't know what to. Nobody's ever done that to me without getting knocked the fuck out. I had an anger issue problem. I'm sorry. I'll admit it. I still do. But he, oh my God, it was like his hand was a starving spider and my brains was its last meal. Because he grabbed, and the pressure. I mean, it was like, I've never stuck my head in a vice before. I don't think I've ever going to. But oh my God, it was like I was waiting for my eyeballs to go boing, because he was squeezing so hard. So finally, he grabbed me around the neck, like from the back. He grabbed me around the neck, and he grabbed this other white dude, and he walked us into the building. And now the whole time, the dude is crying, right? The other dude is crying. I'm trying to figure out what not to say, right? I'm confused because I've never been in that situation before, right? I've always been one of the biggest. I've always been one of the baddest. I've always been, I punch first and then I ask questions second. Not here. But this dude to my left is crying. And I looked over at him and he went, and I went, oh my God, because his fingers, these two fingers were like right here, but back here. So the tip of his fingers were like right here. And he just went, and it's like, oh, Jesus. And I'm like, stop, you're crying. And he's like, I can't help. The dude is bawling. And I'm like, sir, can I ask what we're doing? And he just kind of did one of these squeeze things again. And I went, well, I guess not. And he right through the doors. I got thrown into one little closet. I have no idea if that other white dude that was crying his eyes out ever survived. I think he ate him. I honestly think the black dude ate him because he was nowhere to be found ever again. I don't even think his mama knows where he is. You want to talk about MIA? Yeah, I think the black dude had a cocktail with him and ate him for a snack. I mean, the dude was, I don't know, he was big. I mean, he was big. So I'm sitting in this little room. There's 9 tiles. One of those, the 1x1s tiles up on the ceiling. I lost count of the stupid holes, the acoustic holes in the tiles after I counted the first tile. Must have been about a 40 or 50 watt bulb in there. I sat there. What seemed like hours and hours. Reality, I would probably think it was only about 30 minutes. But it seemed like it took forever. I mean, I'm sitting in this like 4x4 room. All of a sudden, this short dude with the black dude behind him literally looked like the alien, the birthing at the end of the alien thing. But the dude was black that was birthing the white dude out the front. Just use your imagination. That's what it looked like to me, okay? I don't know what he was. I knew he was something important because, first of all, he was old. Second of all, he had more metal on his shirt than I have in my entire body. All right? So I knew he was somewhat important. And I don't know what he was. I don't know if he was, what's the high ranking in Navy? Admiral? Or is it Colonel? Admiral? I don't know. Captain America? I don't know. I don't know. He was something important. Admiral. Okay. So he was an admiral. Admiral. Whatever you guys put. But he's like, you're in some big trouble. And I went, I just got here. I'm like, I haven't even had time to speak. I'm like, how much trouble can I get in when I haven't even talked? I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, what did I do? And he goes, you falsified your application. I'm like, I did? How? I'm like, no, I didn't. He goes, you didn't tell us about your medical records. I'm like, yes, I did. I sent the stack of medical records to my recruiter. I'm like, I gave him everything. I gave him my graduation, a copy of my diploma. I gave him what my graduating GPA was. I gave him all my medical records. I gave him my driver's license, my social security number. I think I even gave him my firstborn. I gave him blood type. I mean, I gave him everything. I'm like, I gave everything to that dude. And he's like, really? And this big black dude over the shorter white dude, he goes, boy, you better not be lying. And I went, why would I lie? And he goes, don't you talk back to me. And I'm like, because at this point in time, I knew I wasn't getting in. I knew there was some sort of problem. And I mean, I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb, right? And I knew something was happening. And I knew pretty much all my chances of becoming any part of military were basically out the window. And so the Admiral dude, I mean, which he never once raised his voice. He never once raised his voice. I didn't think he didn't have to because of his pet freaking birthing grandmother behind him. But he never raised his voice. And he's like, son, he goes, you might be in a lot of trouble. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. He goes, you falsified your application. And I'm like, I did not. I'm like, I filled it out. I said, this is what's wrong with me. This is how they fixed it. This is how long it took. I said, I gave you everything. And he's like, really? And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, you can't leave. And I'm like, what? I'm going to be stuck in this room? I'm like, can I at least get a Game Boy or something? I'm like, God damn. So, for the investigation, I couldn't leave the base, right? I couldn't. It was not going to happen. And so I got put in, what are they called? Barracks? Or bunk, whatever. I had this whole building to myself, right? There was only one bed in it with one light in it, and it was all mine. And basically I was allowed to go to basically like, what is it? The mess hall or whatever, the food where you get grub. And then I had access to this day is the largest building I have ever seen in my entire life. This thing had an echo of an echo of an echo. It was ginormous. So when, showed where I needed to go, this is how strong the black dude was, right? Because I had my bag, and it literally had, it had 3 pairs of jeans, 3 shirts, obviously undies, socks, and that was it. I mean, my tennis shoes I was wearing was what I was still wearing. That was it. That was all I had. I mean, it literally was, it was a backpack, right? It was your 10-year-old's backpack for school. That's all I packed. And he took this and he threw it at me, and I couldn't catch it in time, and it hit me on my chest, and I actually took 4 steps back. He threw that thing and it hurt. But anyways, so I grabbed my bag and I went to bed the first night. During the day, I'm sitting there like, what can I do? They didn't tell me I couldn't like go help somebody, or they said I could go into this big building, had no clue what it was. So I decided to go into the building because I was going to go explore a little bit, I mean, I was trying to obey the rules. And so I went into this big building. It was a pool. It was the biggest pool I've ever seen. It was so big. And there was like platforms on one side, and then on the other side there was like diving boards, and there were sections with floating buoys and stuff. So I knew it was a training pool of some kind, obviously. And I'm like, oh yes, I can go for a swim. So I hauled butt back to where I was sleeping with my bag of clothes, and went through my clothes, realized that I didn't have a pair of shorts. So I'm like, well, screw it. I got boxer briefs, right? Screw it. I'm going to go swimming in my boxer briefs. Jumped in the pool, was having fun. was eyeing up some of those platforms and stuff, and I went over to the diving boards and I jumped off the boards and was having all sorts of fun. And then I'm like, yeah, let's jump off these platforms. And I went up one by one by one by one by one by one. When I got to the very top one, and I went, I don't know if I want to jump off this one. To this day I still have no idea how high it was. It was high though. And because that ginormous pool looked like a cup of water. It was wicked high. And I'm like, I don't really want to jump off this. And I'm like, well, here we go. And I just stepped off. I hit the bottom, and I instantly, it was like thousands and thousands and thousands of needles hitting the bottom of my feet. And I know I kind of squealed a little in the water. I almost opened my mouth, and I remember this, I'll never forget this, but I kind of did that little screech when you're holding your breath. And I just softly hit the bottom, and I shot myself back up. I got up to the top, and I was like, I almost didn't make it. And I get up there, and I get over to the edge, and I'm hanging on the edge like, oh. Now by this time, it's like somebody just lit a fire under. I mean, my feet were burning so bad, and it was starting to work its way up my like ankles and my calves. And I sat there and I'm like, oh, that hurts so bad. But then it kicked in. It was fun. I got the hell out of the pool. I ran up all them stairs. I got to the very top one. I never even slowed down for the edge. I took straight off. As I'm falling, which seemed like 700 years, as I'm falling, I went, pool, because I was having fun, and I lost track of what I was doing. Are you okay? Anyways, and I didn't prep myself for the basically entering the water. And you want to know why high jumpers that go into a little cup of water have moving water? It's because it hurts when you hit the freaking water and there's no movement to it. So my feet, right now, just imagine this, right? My feet were sticking straight out, and I completely forgot to tuck my arms. I forgot to cross my feet and straighten my legs. So I hit the water with my legs somewhat bent. I now know what it feels like to be a human pretzel and get a colonoscopy all at the same time. Because my feet hit the water, and they ended up here, right? My feet were like this, right here. Well, like this. And my butt hit the water, and I swear to God, I drained that pool by 10 gallons. It was all up, and it was coming out my nose. That's how much went up. It hurt a lot. So I get back up. I didn't go down as deep this time, and I got back up, and I made it over to the edge, and I'm like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And I was afraid to move because it felt like I had to basically blow my insides out through my bum. And it was like, nope. So I just kind of just waited in the pool, everything like that. Way off, way at the other end, I heard a bang, like a metal door, right, closing, and it bang. I mean, you could hear it. You could literally hear it coming, like you were watching somebody walk up to you. I mean, it's bang. And I'm like, okay, time to leave. Because then it clicked. I don't know if I'm supposed to be in here. And I'm like, I know they said that the big building I could go into, but they didn't tell me like if I could go in, like if I could do what I was doing. All of a sudden, here comes this little short dude. Awesome, Mr. Brock. Thank you, thank you. Um, but yeah, the admiral come in again. You could hear him clinging because of all the metal that he had hanging on his coat, and he comes up and he's like, he goes, boy, he goes, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I needed a good cleaning out anyways. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And he goes, how many times did you jump? And I went, well, I jumped off that thing. I jumped off that thing. I jumped off that thing. And he goes, no, that very top one. He goes, how many times did you jump off that? I said, twice. He goes, with no socks? I'm like, socks? He goes, with no skin? I'm like, skin? I'm like, I got skin. I'm like, what the fuck is it? I didn't know that that's what they call the suits that the big jump people do. And that's what they wear. That's why they don't hurt their feet or break their ankles. I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know. And I said, I did it twice. He goes, did the second time hurt you? And I went, it stretched me more ways than I want to admit right now. But yeah. And he goes, yeah. He goes, you did this all by yourself. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, why? And I'm like, because I like the water. And I do. I love swimming in pools. Love swimming in pools. Like swimming in the ocean because I can see. Lakes, not so much. I've watched the movie Jason. I know Crystal Lake. I know where he comes from. And there's seaweed and things that touch you in lakes. In the ocean, at least, there's things that just bite you and you're dead, which I'm okay with. Pools, you just got warm spots, which is kind of gross all in itself. But anyways, but yeah, I'm like, I like swimming. That's why I wanted to be a rescue diver and a rescue swimmer. And he goes, it's been 2 years since we had a volunteer jump from the highest platform. And I'm like, why? Not, I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I was still kind of stumbling around because I was trying to get basically my legs from behind my ears. Is there a freaking helicopter here? Oh, it's that dude's reefer. Holy balls. I bet he don't get no sleep. Good Lord. But anyways, I was still trying to recover and get the feeling back in the bottom of my feet and my ankles and pretty much everywhere from the neck down. And he goes, it's time for you to hit the head. Hit the bunk, I think is what he said. I have a shark. Wait. What? Oh, actually, the Jaws movie never really they never really scared me. It was just I was more in awe over the water than what was actually happening in the movie. But so I went to bed and got up the next morning and could barely move. I mean, barely move. I mean, I never cracked, groaned, creaked, popped. I mean, at one point in time, my hips cracked so hard that it literally flipped me over 180 degrees in bed. No joke. No joke. I wish I was, but I am not. So it took me about an hour to get out of bed because everything was broken. It wasn't working. It took me about an hour to get out of bed. And I crawled over to the what do they call it? The mess hall, I think is what it's called. Or I don't know. I had to crawl over to get food. And I wanted to go back in the pool. Because, the pool being kind of weightless, it was going to give my body a little bit of pressure relief. So I wanted to go back into the pool. So I crawl myself to get food. I eat. very little, but I ate. And I'm like, screw it, I'm going to go back to the pool. I literally crawled my way across the lot over to the pool. Well, I didn't know that they had training in there. So when I opened the door, there was a ton of people in there. And there was screaming, there was splashing, there was yelling, there was swearing, there was splashing. I swear to God, it sounded like a dozen busloads of people were drowning. And I walk in and I'm like, what the hell? And one of these dudes, bald dude, I'll never forget, bald dude, skinny. I mean, this dude, if you farted at him wrong, don't fart at people, by the way, but if you farted at him wrong, he was going to blow away in the wind. I mean, he was so skinny. And he comes up to me and he does, he's walking around like this because he's obviously somebody in charge or an instructor. And he comes up and he's walking around like this, which kind of made me giggle on the inside because the first thing I thought of was Napoleon complex, right? He's like 5'5". He's probably 20 pounds soaking wet. And he's walking up to me like he's going to kick my ass. So I'm giggling on the inside. And he goes, what the hell do you want in here? And I said, I'm sorry. I said, I didn't know that you guys had training in here. I said, I'll go away. He goes, who are you? And I told him. And he goes, you're that suicidal kid. Suicidal kid? I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Who? And now I'm kind of getting mad because it's like, who in their fucking right mind would tell somebody that I was suicidal? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, hey, and he calls over somebody else. He goes, this is the guy that jumped off the high platform by himself twice. And this other dude comes over and he goes, dude, you're nuts. And I'm like, why? And he goes, I bet you're hurting today, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah. I said, that's why I was going to come to the pool and just kind of relax a little bit and get my muscles to stretch out. And he goes, well, we're training in here, but once we're done, you're more than welcome to float around and do whatever you want. I was like, okay. And, well, I sat there for 10 minutes and they were done. So I waited for everybody to leave. I jumped in the pool and I was just kind of floating around. Out of the clear blue, this little skinny marshmallow cotton ball dude comes jumping off the edge and lands on me, right? He's trying to fucking ride me like I'm a horse or something. I don't know. Fucking lands on me. And I'm like, what? I go down. He's holding on to me and he's kicking and he's punching. As best you can in the water. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I tried to push him off, but he was crossed. And I hit him as hard as I could in the water, in the stomach. And then I kicked him as I pushed myself away. And I got up to the top and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, where'd you learn that at? I'm like, learn what? I said, dude, I took swimming. Laugh if you want, but the people that taught me how to swim, they actually taught me how to basically be a lifeguard. And I said, I learned how to swim in Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts and stuff. And I said, blah, 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 whatever. He goes, come back here tomorrow at 7 a.m. And I'm like, can we make it like 7:30? I'm like, 7 a.m., that's too early. He goes, man, you better be here. And I'm like, or what? You're going to fire me? Okay. Well, I was comfortable, right? I was starting to come back into myself, and then my mouth was going to get me into trouble. So I went back the next day. Anyways, to make a really long story short, trained. I got offered, I forget what it's called. Some of you military guys will probably help me out. Where a civilian comes in, is paid to come in to help train. And there's a specific word for it. And I can't think of what it's called anymore. But they offered me a salary, a yearly salary, a car, and a private house on or near the base. And most likely it was going to be off the base because I guess civilians can't live on base, even though that they're a part of the military circle, whatever. I don't know. But it was either going to be on or near the base. And I was so down for it. And then I went, nah. And I went back home. I was there 9 days. I was there 9 days. And all this shit happened in 9 days. So that's my extent of military. I don't know nothing about military. I'm not going to tell you I know anything about military. I respect the military, but I don't know nothing about the military. See, somebody. We've been doing pretty good. Somebody all got a message. Chicago MEPS. Again, I'm not military, so I don't know. What does that mean? Chicago MEPS. Oh. What the hell are you beeping for? Oh, okay. Okay. I never even made it off the bus. Yeah. And then this little doctor dude. he he was an Oompa Loompa, but like Asian. It was crazy. I told him I was allergic to bees and it was over. Oh, yeah, I never thought about that. So I guess technically I did lie on my application because I'm allergic to shellfish. And I never told him. Is the statute of limitation, am I past that yet? God, I hope so. So I guess technically I could have got in trouble. But then again, I didn't know I was allergic to shellfish when this all happened, so. You pretty sure? That's not comforting, dude. You either be sure or no sure. Or kosher, either one. But pretty sure is not, that's not very comforting. Sorry. That's not comforting, man. I'm too white to go to prison. Oh, I said it. I mean, Jesus Christ, I glow in the damn daylight. I'm too white to go to prison. Oh, did you? ROTC. Yeah, but what is the Air Force one, though? I know Army's ROTC. Navy is what? I think it's called Junior Dive. What is the Air Force one? It's ROTC, isn't it? I don't know. It don't matter. But that's the extent of my military. Oh, okay, Aaron. Yeah, the funny thing is, I mean, we've kind of talked about this too. And actually, if Larry's still here, Larry, if you don't mind, how old are you? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. I'm not going to make you. But if you're still here, do you remember Johnny and Chopper? If you're about my age, holy shit, you're 60 years old. Wow. No, okay, wait a minute. I, I, I didn't mean, holy shit, you're old in a bad way. Not the way it sounded. Damn. But I never beat anybody up in high school. I was always the defender, right? Stood up for the little guy, Not a lot of people bullied in my high school, anyways. Um, but when it came to Johnny and Chopper, oh my god, I would knock heads around. Uh, 22L bolt action. Oh Jesus. Oh my god. You too. You too. Jesus criminy. But then again, and the funny thing is, looking back on it, that I think I told you guys the story of that big fight that I had at Johnny Holmes, um, in my hometown. And actually, Larry, you'll know some of the ballrooms, right? Some of the ballrooms. Well, mine in my hometown, we had a ballroom. Don't say it. but it was right off the highway on the west, right off on the south side of the highway, on the east end of town. So put two and two together. Actually, shit. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 towns that have the same setup. Damn it. And the funny thing is um, I did when I was like 10 or so. I did do martial arts. And you know what? That actually here. Okay, parents, listen up, parents. If you have a child that is A, hyper, B, got an anger issue, C, basically like every child on the planet today that I can see of, not judging yours, just saying. Um, oh yeah, I've been to Cato Ballroom a lot. A lot. Is that place even still open? I heard it got sold and then it was like partially remodeled, and I heard rumors that they wanted to reopen it. Coming from the ranch. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Oh god, yeah, in Florida. Oh, I bet. But what the hell was I saying? I have no clue what I was saying. Somebody remind me what I was saying. Y'all not helping me. Just saying. Um, is it open? Huh. God, I haven't been in there in years. Oh, you were talking. I know I do that a lot, Mr. Dave. That's why you guys come. That's why you guys hang out. Because you like me talking, because none of it makes any sense. And then all of a sudden it does make sense. And then it doesn't make sense again. And it is what it is. Oh, yeah. They're just beeping everywhere. Oh my god, this place. How's a guy supposed to get some sleep up in here? There's beeping over here and there's beeping over there. Maybe it's in my head. I don't know. I need to go home. But, but, oh, so the ballroom that I had in my hometown, um, used, yeah. How long ago it got sold? It sat empty forever, and now there's an elevator in it. If that makes any sense. No. Why would you even ask that, Bob? Jesus. Stick a Johnny doll on. You. God, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's all downhill now because Bob started it. Hashtag blame Tim. Damn it, Tim. Yeah, I actually don't. With the 2 bags up there, there is no room. Smoke on the water is about a bar. Yeah, it is actually. Yep. And you know which one it was? I don't. But there, yeah, it was about a ballroom that actually caught on fire. I think it was down in Louisiana, wasn't it? Or somewhere down like Mississippi or something like that. I can't remember. Didn't Mankato's ballroom burn down once too? Like many years ago? Like many years ago. I thought it burnt, like it caught on fire or something and the roof caved in on it and then it got rebuilt and that's basically what it was until like 15 years ago or something like that. Cape. I've been to the Cape. Okay, maybe I was thinking of something else then, Larry. I've been to the Cape. I've seen the shuttle. Um, so a lot of you guys don't know that when I was on my own, one of my customer, well, my only customer was NASA. So a lot of times I'd go to Cape Canaveral, load parts and pieces and everything like that, and then bring them to wherever they basically wanted me to bring them. Can't tell you where I brought them because I probably hear a little black helicopter flying over in a matter of a millisecond or something. But did that, yeah. Saw the shuttle, one of the space shuttles, the real thing. It is huge. Actually saw the launch pad, which basically where we loaded a lot of the stuff was, that's what I was thinking was like Louisiana or something, but it was somewhere, it was either Louisiana, Alabama, or I thought it was Mississippi, but I'm 90% sure it's Louisiana or Mississippi, but I can't remember. But so basically when you go to NASA at Cape Canaveral, they have a visitor center, right? It's open to the public. I believe they give tours still. I'm not 100% sure, but that's where we would go in. We'd go down, either load, whatever. Oh, was it? Okay. But there was one piece off the pad that we have to get, or had to get, and the road to get there it's weird because you're literally going the wrong way, and then all of a sudden you're right there at the pad. But they had a crane already over there, and basically the part that I brought it back, right? So the part that they put on was literally it was about 10 days before the last launch. So what was that, 4 or 5 years ago? It was 10 days before that launch. My truck was right next to where that rocket launched. It was a test rocket or whatever the hell it was, or a satellite rocket or something like that. But they haven't launched another rocket since, from that pad. Now, Elon Musk and all his stuff, I'm sure there's been other rockets somewhere, but from Cape, that's it. It was fun. Yep, I actually did a video, Larry. It's was it Finding Batman, I believe it was? Yep. Platform. Oh, yeah. Yep. The hoist. So when the ship comes, when the shuttle comes, right? It gets put together, and then it's on these like huge Well, I don't know if they do it now or not, but it's huge. Um, you know, Tim, I didn't mean literally for you to shut up. Good Lord. You've been doing yeah, exactly. Hashtag blame Tim. Jesus. First he takes me one way, then he takes me another way. Yeah, whatever, Tim. But yeah, they put it together. Well, part of that, whoops, part of the lift system that brings the whole thing upwards. Um, I actually brought the cylinders down, and those cylinders were they were massive. There's three of them. Wait, what? What you think under the Landstar combo? What? What? You make my head hurt, Bob. You make my head hurt. It's starting to get cold in here. I thought it was in Arkansas. Shit. It's cold. Hashtag blame Tim. I mean, for what? Using Landstar as brokers, or going to actually lease onto Landstar? Landstar brokers are fine. I don't know about leasing on. Super duels, of course, Mr. Larry. Duels. Believe it or not, that is one of the most engaging videos that I have up. And there's a lot of people that they like singles and they like duels. It's like, holy crap. I mean, amazing. Oh yeah, Uber does, yeah. No, dude, if there's well, we'll talk later. But if you're there, we'll talk later. we'll talk later. but no, that was one of the that's one of my best engaging videos, which I think is really freaking cool. Excuse you. Oh, shit's beeping everywhere. Yeah, you know, like I said in the video, my personal opinion is super singles, they move too much. You know, that was the part that really sucked. Is you constantly are steering the wheel. Um, oh yeah. I mean, either way, when you blow out a tire, you're gonna have damage. But could you imagine blowing a freaking 36-inch wide gator? That's gonna take out more than just a mud flap bracket and bend a cross member. That's gonna wipe out the whole back end of your trailer. but no, me personally, I can't do the super singles. They move too much. Just saw a 70s International Transstar cab over and almost lost my mind. Well, okay, Mr. Aaron. Calm down, son. Breathe. Breathe. Whoa, I don't know where is that from? I don't know, whatever. Um, yeah, they just move. And then plus two, being a northern boy, as Bob likes to call me all the time. Um, yeah, the snow and ice, I didn't feel comfortable with them at all. Uh, What do you mean auto brakes? When you use the exhaust brakes, they um, turn on your brake lights. Well, actually hit the brakes. Oh, you need to watch my review about the W900. No, no, no. Don't you tell me no, Mr. Larry. You're becoming as bad as Steven. Freaking Jesus Christ. Are you talking about like oh God, what is it called? The anti-collision stuff, where it automatically, like, if you come up on somebody too fast, it'll apply the brakes. I think that's anti-collision stuff. That I've never had a truck with that stuff, but no, some of you may agree, some of you may not agree, and that's fine. If you're gonna have a fleet of trucks, oh Tim, you shut up. but, but if you're gonna have a fleet of trucks, I could see where that's gonna be beneficial, right? Because let's face it, the quality of drivers that are being produced now is well below lacking. Right? I mean, uh, no offense to anybody new. Honestly, no offense. But the scenario that you guys got now is wow. Wow. Why are you, who's beeping? It's bedtime. Wife. Wait. The wife is calling you and you're watching me? Aaron, go get your little something, son. What the hell are you doing here for? Jesus Christ, man. God, do what you do. I have heard of some overpass signs, and yeah, I mean, but that's just like anything, though. If there's a sensor, like a lane sensor or blah 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 blah, anything and everything can set it off. I mean, it is what it is. I'm sorry, but if my trainer would ever tap me with a pencil while I was driving down the road, he'd be walking at 70 miles an hour because his ass would get pushed out the fucking door. I I did it the hard way. I don't know if it's actually the hard way. I did it the only way I had possible to me. And I got the book. I read the book. I tested out. I failed the first driving test. I passed. Literally, I got 100% right. Only 1 point off on my written test. I got 100% on my driving test, even though I failed the first time. Not my fault, but I failed the first time. And that dude has a red dot on the back of his head. Oh, he's got a flashlight. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? but yeah, that trailer's been there 20 minutes ago from the last time you walked around the lot. Nothing has changed. Yeah, that tanker's been there too. Um, yeah, I mean, I didn't have a trainer, so I didn't have to really worry about it. And we kind of did some shady stuff to get me down there. I drove for 6 months out of state. Don't tell the DOT that. um, yeah, the farmer, or well, he used to be a farmer. The very first driving job that I had, Ollie Fredericks was his name. Oh my God, that guy used to be shady. He was so shady. um, but yeah, I drove one of his cab overs. That was the first trucking company I ever worked, and I drove my ass off by myself, um, with my written permit I didn't even have my CDL, and I was by myself trucking it up. We went to Iowa a lot. We went to South Dakota a lot, North Dakota a lot. I was up in Duluth. I mean, we did everything. And yeah, never got caught. Never, knock on wood, never got caught. But damn. Uh, yeah, so yeah. I brought a girlfriend with a long time ago. Long time ago. Now, I have a huge pet peeve. You see that armrest right there? There's a seat right there. Every single time she would go into the back, she would bump the seat and she would push on the seat and it would move my chair. Now, if you guys drive like I do, everything has to be like right? If something moves in the seat, there's something wrong. And every time she would hit the seat, I would jerk the wheel. So the one time she was going from front to back, and she got in the way, right? Because I can tell you right now, and if you guys drive, you know exactly what I'm about to say. There is not a square inch in this sleeper that I can't get to at 70 miles an hour, right? Whether by my hand or by a device or some other ingenuity, whatever. There is not a square inch in these sleepers that a driver can't get to from the driver's seat at 70 miles an hour. And she would always like, oh, you want a soda, you want this, you want this, and it's like, just shut up and sit down. and then she started bumping the seat, and it was starting to piss me off so bad. Drivers, if you want to test your relationship, tag team in a truck. Just take a mini vacation. It'll literally take you 3 days to find out if she's a keeper or not. Or ladies, if you're a driver and you want to test your relationship. Oh my God. I was like, I just was like, I wanted to duct tape her down and shut her up and just you're messing with my mojo. Leave me alone. But I remember one time we were heading into Wisconsin. Yeah, right. Well, we were heading to Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and she the last time she got up from that driver's seat or the passenger seat while we were moving, I couldn't have done it any better, even if I really wanted to. But she stood up and she stepped into the back because now the Internationals had just a small little step. She stepped in the back. Well, when she stepped into the back, the truck hit a bump. Now, could I have moved to avoid the bump? Probably. but, but that's it too. But she hit that bump, she hit the floor, and she just laid there. You're an asshole. What? You didn't tell me that bump was coming. I'm like, what are you doing on the floor? You hit that bump. We're on the road. We're moving. What do you want me to do? She just laid there. Said, you're an asshole. God. And inside, not outside, but inside, I was like, thank God, she's not going to do this anymore. And I was laughing. I was laughing my ass off on the inside, not on the outside. Now it's on the outside because I don't know. She turned out to be a freaking lesbian or something. I don't even fucking know. But I'm not. Anyways, holy shit. We're almost 2 hours. People, listen. Well, an hour and a half. We're done. We're out of here. All right. I didn't mean to go this long. Again, if you want Bob on your shirt, go check out the merch store. Oh, I said it. Um, Holy bananas, you're flying, dude. Other than that, I have a surprise coming. Um, it's oh my god. Mr. Brock. Uh, but yeah, I have a surprise coming. Um, I'm super, 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 super excited to show you guys what this surprise is. Um, can't wait for it, but it's gonna be a couple months and or a couple weeks, whatever the hell you want to call it. And so you basically you French Dutch ovender in the truck. Awesome. But anyways, all right, Bob, you go do you. And my friends, listen, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Tell her to open the bunk window. Anyways, Bob, we're done. I'm going back there to try to lay down, but I gotta play some games first or watch some videos first, do something first. But all right, listen. Thank you, and we will see you on. Oh my god. We will see you guys on Wednesday. If not on Wednesday, we'll see you right back here on next week Sunday something. All right. Don't know what it's going to be about, but who knows? Maybe something. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Adios. Peace. Love ya. No, get the fuck out. Honestly, get out. I'm going now. I'm gonna lock the door. You're gonna stay in here? Okay.